Hello, and welcome back to our Japanese 1890 campaign, Rise of the Dragon. Picking right up where we left off, basically doing a double episode so I can do set one for one day and one for the next to premiere. And we're just essentially jumping right back in. We have a huge number of ships that are being built right now. We've gotten rid of the old NACA torpedo cruisers that we have been meaning to scrap for a while. We got rid of the Satsuki destroyers. We got rid of some of our old battleships and battle cruisers because it is 1942, and having 1911 and like 1919 designs hanging around just isn't going to cut it. We have fully upgraded the Tangos. This is probably one of the last upgrades they'll ever see, but it makes them able to keep up with the Bungos. So that is a nice task force, like 5 battleships there. And we're getting into the carrier age, so the battleships are starting to reach their sunset as far as being the queens of the ocean. Speaking of carriers, our 2 Akagis are about a year away from being completed, but maybe not quite worked up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple more of these destroyers on halted construction in order to save some money, although we really don't need to. We have a nice bank, so let's actually resume that. Yeah, we'll take some monthly balance deficit for a little while in order to get the Arashis ready to go. Here we go. Oh, this is the essentially you can buy the company and get some gunnery research. So we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I'm not sure if it makes you more corrupt or not by doing that. So you can do heavy main guns for AA. Djibouti is finished. That gives us quite a bit of task force that we can support in the Indian Ocean. Gives us 90. That's pretty good. We'll upgrade that again in the future, something over there to give us like over 100. But we're not worried about that right now. We have got a couple of naval invasion range increases here. So we can reach essentially all of Australia. Still can't quite reach Midway, but we could reach Dutch Harbor there. And we can reach essentially anything in the Indian Ocean short of India itself. But if we got into a battle, we could hit Rangoon and then go from there. We got into a war, I mean. We still haven't colonized Celebes and Moluccas and Sumatra over there. I was hoping we might, but we are in the era where people are gonna start losing their colonies to rebellions. Like Spain already lost uh, Cuba. Alrighty, let us push on. Anything we need to do? We'll probably have to design a modern uh, Corvette here at some point as well. That should be kind of fun. We can make it a nice little minesweeper, mine layer. As we get some of our budget back, but at the same time, our unrest might go up again. So we'll see what we get. Submarine attack capability is increased. Better combat air patrol again. And now our budget, or the tensions are high enough that our budget shouldn't go down anymore. So Russia's sitting around 6 battleships with 7 battle cruisers. Depending on how good those battle cruisers are, that might be a problem. Let's take a little look-see here. Oh, these are modern battle cruisers, 32 knots, 17-inch guns. Yeah, those are big boy battle cruisers. And France isn't very happy with us, but they're weaker than Russia. I was going to say, like, I don't care about battle cruisers all that much in terms of Russia because we have five, pretty much modern battleships. But those battle cruisers are good. So here's what their battle cruiser looks like: eight 17-inch guns, 12.5-inch armor, 32 knots. So they can outfight anything that they can. Uh, Basically, they can outfight anything they can't run away from. So if you can catch this thing, it will kill you. All right, well, unexpected advances in naval aviation. Here's our improved dive bomber. It has good reliability. So it's not only way faster, it's also has more firepower and tougher. It's pretty cool. We're going to probably replace those dive bombers soon. Now, one thing we were going to look at here is you can use heavy AA shells. Basically, you're doing the Yamato thing where you can use your main guns as anti-air. I don't think it's worth it. Like, it doesn't seem worth it losing your ammo. Losing ammo in order to replace it with AA, especially when you just put AA guns on the ship, doesn't seem that great, in my opinion. Libya? No, we're not messing around in Europe right now. Italy, you're welcome to it, my old friend. Italy's tension has never really gone up all that much with us. Never really had an issue with Italy. They're just over there, you know, making pizzas and eating pasta, drinking wine. You know what? We'll even sell you some torpedo technology. Increase submarine effectiveness. That's something we also need to look into, is making more submarines, like replacing our old ones. Funny, this is a BF 109, I think. And it's a Spanish fighter. Okay, maybe we could take these off of halt, resume their construction, go into some more debt to do it. Some of our other ships are nearing completion as well in about 6 months. This is the Revel class. This looks like the same thing. Early air search radar. And we'll hold off on building more destroyers for at least a little bit here. But we can replace the first 3 divisions. Get rid of those. No, we're not going to sell anymore. All right. We'll go like this. And go first division and second division. Now, if we look at the difference, it's the same speed. It has way better ASW, and the guns are better. Which we're not relying on the guns that much anyway. But we are packing half as many torpedoes. Not that torpedoes have been particularly effective for us anyway, as much as I hyped them up and I was talking about how great they were and everything else. It's all just been a disappointment. And it's really good for us if we can get a sneak attack off. So here's a potential privately built fighter craft. It's way better in every way. So yes, we will take that. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. I mean, we're at zero unrest, so we're gonna get tension no matter what. So we may as well get a little bit of money for it. We lose some prestige, but new medium bomber prototypes. Take a look. The speed's good. The airframes are all improved. We're carrying bigger bombs. So this one here is the mediums, like in between for speed. The one that's really fast, 271 miles an hour, or whatever it is, if it's kilometers per hour or knots. I guess it's in knots. Um, we lose some firepower, but that doesn't matter because they're medium bombers. Yeah, so we gain some maneuverability essentially. So we'd keep the same amount of firepower and gain one maneuverability in order to gain 150 miles worth of range and some good cruise speed. So yes, we'll take that. The Kyushu. Naval patrol craft, those are good. We'll go for speed on those and what else? I guess just reliability. Having reliable naval patrol craft are good. We just want them to get there, scout, and come back all in one piece. All right. We can start doing another wave of destroyers. All right, Russia and Germany are fighting each other. 1943, it's a couple years late. And what do we got going on here? All right, our cannons are almost finished here. Yep, those are going to be finished up soon. The Arashis are all being finished up. Again, these destroyers, they only have 4 torpedo launchers, but if we get a sneak attack off, that's all you need. Every destroyer will kill something. Here's the rebuilt Philadelphia. This is the Astoria class. 8-inch guns for heavy cruiser. It's pretty good. Oh, I think this was the one that we were comparing to the Tone class. We said they were basically on par with each other. Although they are using the electro-optical directors now. I don't think we have that yet. So the Germans have lost a battle cruiser and a destroyer. Russia has lost a light cruiser. Germans have lost a light cruiser, a destroyer, and a corvette for nothing. Not a great start to the war for Germany. So we'll see how that goes. Germany might very well lose that war. All right, the cannons are in service now. Yep, we'll let some of those build out, then we'll start assigning them to divisions. And we'll build, I don't know how many more destroyers we need. So we have one right here. So that's 2, 3, 4. That's a division. 2, 3, 4. That's a division. 4. So we do 3 more, and that'll give us enough for now. Oh, the banjo. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of cruisers. This is the Palace. This is the new British cruiser. So it's 12,000 tons. That's way bigger than ours. They're carrying 15 6-inch guns. Yeah, so it's just the Phoenix class. It's a little bit faster than ours, probably. Yeah, it's a little bit faster than ours. It's better basically in every way, but it's also like almost double the size. So they're paying a lot more. So we're getting more ships, but they probably have the funding to do it because they're Great Britain. All right. So it gives us 6,000 budget to mess around with. So let's go ahead and upgrade Madagascar and South Pacific is good on capacity. North Pacific, oops, hang on. North Pacific is at 70 for capacity. That's fine. This is a very remote area up here. Okay, so we can start putting the money in unrest is going back up. We can start putting the money back into shipbuilding or submarines. So let's go ahead and do these now while we have the money. We'll go with medium range submarines, and the reliability is 112 versus 97. So we'll build 10 medium submarines. We'll build, we lost 2 long range submarines during the last war, so we'll build 5 long range submarines. The mine laying submarines don't impress me that much, but we'll build 5 of them anyway. And we'll build 5 coastals. There. And while those are being made, that's 14 months away. That's also about the same amount of time we're spending on these new destroyers. Our carriers are going to be finished here just momentarily. So what can we do with our money? We can upgrade the Tones like we wanted to. So let's go ahead and give these their first upgrade ever, their first refit. So let's replace the machinery. Let's give them some speed. We can take them up to 30. We don't have any better directors to put on them yet, but we can make their guns dual purpose for the secondaries. And we can increase the radar limit to 4. Okay, well, I guess they only go up to 2. We keep our seaplane hangar. We could decrease the number of scouts on it, free up some weight. Could we go up to 31? No. All right, we'll keep our scouts the same number. What can we do here? We could add an AA director. Yeah, it gives us 4 points worth of heavy. Oh, wow, that's nice. Okay. So we got to 32 heavy AA on this thing. Throw in another medium, and that'll probably be good. We still want to put an electro-optical rangefinder on here. So we do want to leave a little bit of space for that. All right, let's go ahead and do it. 10 months for 1,900, basically 2,000 each. We'll go into the red, deeper into the red for that, to do all these at once. Because we do have a bunch of destroyers being finished. Okay, that is all, and the Akagi is done. Let's see, the Germans lost a destroyer, Russia lost a bunch of destroyers. All right, I think that's all of our cruisers done. So we can start putting those into divisions. So first division, second division, and then third and fourth. Cool. We're going to go ahead and move the Zuikaku to the second carrier division. And the Akagi is going to take its place. Yeah, it's going to take its place now, I guess, in the first carrier division. And we need to give them air groups. So the Akagi, we will give them, let's see what they auto-assign first. Auto-add aircraft. So it ends up with 28 fighters, actually more than that. 30, what, 41 fighters? My Red Dead Redemption 2 download is complete, by the way. That's a lot of fighters. Let's decrease the number down to 10. And we'll decrease the number down to like 12 and down to 12. That gives us 34 fighters. I don't know, is that enough? Tell you what we can do. We can change the number down there. We can increase this to 15. That gives us 35 fighters. That's probably enough. That leaves us with 6 left over. Torpedo bombers, I'm not too sure about anymore, but we will change the number to 15. And we'll do 15 and 15. It gives us 80 aircraft. That's essentially 35 fighters, 15 torpedo bombers, and 30 dive bombers. Pretty cool. And our monthly balance isn't looking as bad anymore, considering how much money we've managed to save up. Yeah, well, we will do a technology sharing with Britain, please. So the Russians have lost a destroyer, a light cruiser, and a destroyer. Germany's lost a handful of destroyers and another battle cruiser. Wow. Wow. It's not great. Not great for Germany. Glad we're not allied with them right now. They'd be begging us to jump into this war that they're losing. Super carriers are up next, it looks like, but we're probably a ways away from building super carriers over here in Asia. Let's sacrifice the prestige to try to bring this tension with Russia down. Don't care about the tension with France, but if we could bring the tension with Russia down, that'd be pretty cool. All right. Did we get... No. That's the only one that didn't go down. Well, not the best result there. Okay, it's time to get rid of some of these. And that brings us back into the black for our budget deficit. Is there anything that needs upgraded right now? The Sumas are fine. They were built just 5 years ago. The Zuihos were refitted almost 10 years ago. So let's go ahead and refit our light carriers. So what does that get us? Probably, man, they are just 30 air capacity. So there's not a whole lot we can do with those right now. Maybe we should just build a whole new set of light carriers with like 45 aircraft on there. That would give us like 15 fighters and then 15 each dive bombers and torpedo bombers. I do like these, but we did go pretty light on the air capacity. It's like, what happens? We can only fit 2 more. We can only cram 2 more on there. These are designs from like 1922. I mean, they're useful. So tell you what we'll do. Let's open them for rebuild. Let's just replace the machinery. Let's get them so they can carry some radar. All right, they still can't imagine more better radar. We could do a better director for the 6-inch guns. No, the 6-inch guns are useless. So we could basically rebuild it into, how do you rebuild it? Oh, we could do that and make those dual purpose. We increase the guns. Is that allowed? Okay, it is. And we could add a couple more. There, that gives us a little bit more guns to protect ourselves with. And we make it this an advanced director. So that's 2,000 each to refit these. But it does give us a couple of little aircraft carriers that have 30 aircraft. So we could like 10, 10, 10 on the air divisions. I'm not really sure what we could do with these. They're not great, and they're 2,000 per month to mess with. So what if we just designed new light carriers from the ground up? So the ones that we have are 11,000 tons. We could go up to 13,000 tons, and this is already the cost of rebuilding them. So let's see, but it does take longer. But let's see what happens. We'll do deck edge lifts. They're still at 30 aircraft though. It's not great. There's just 37 aircraft. We could take the belt down to 1 inch. Take the deck down to 1 inch. And does that get us to 40? It does, sort of. We can decrease the size of the guns. And we could add another set of guns. No, we could add some 3-inch secondaries. There we go. What do we think about this? So we gain 10 air capacity, which is a pretty big difference. We get catapults on here, deck edge lifts. The gun batteries are basically about the same. Really, at this point, we really just want them to be anti-air anyway. We have a nice, oh wow, we're way over top side capacity for our medium and light AA. Saves us 170 tons. What if we did that? Okay. So it's basically we're trading medium light aircraft guns for our secondary guns. And this lets us bring the tonnage down a little bit. So this 1900 is about what we were going to spend per month. Now it is 10 months longer, but I'm not looking at the overall costs. I'm looking at the monthly costs. That's what affects us the most right now. I like this. This is a nice little light aircraft carrier. 40 aircraft. It's 30 knots. It's speedy. 2 torpedo defense, which is... Oh, wow, you can't go any more than 34 aircraft on a light carrier? What the heck? Okay, well that does change things, doesn't it? Then we may as well just upgrade the other ones, even though they are 1922 designs, so... Alright, well, replace machinery. We'll take these down to the 5-inch guns. We'll increase the guns. We'll add new ones like before. We'll give them a better director, make them dual purpose. And is there anything else we could do? No. And that's really about it. I mean, what else could we do? We could add one more set of secondaries. And we'd stay at 30 aircraft, which is almost the limit anyway. And it brings us up to 2,000 per month, which is a little bit higher than before, but it's only 10 months. So we'll go ahead and, oh, hang on. What if we do that? Okay, that works. Here we go. We'll rebuild those. And that means we don't have as much tonnage on foreign stations. What are we missing? Southeast Asia, maybe? We'll put one of these on foreign station. That'll cover that. And then we'll deploy the first cruiser division to Southeast Asia. That's probably what we're missing. And we'll do some destroyers down there as well. And then we can bring that Tango back. Actually, we'll put the Bungo... Actually, we'll deploy, yeah, the Bungos into Southeast Asia, because that's where we think most of the fighting is going to break out. And we'll bring that Tango back. So this is the new Naval Air Patrol aircraft. It's 6 years newer. So the speed has increased by about 10, by about 20 in some cases. The range has decreased, but 700 miles, that's like gigantic. That's so much more than you need for these battles. And look at the airframe difference. It's it's not maneuverable. It's a patrol craft, but the firepower is increased, the toughness is increased. It can actually carry torpedoes. So we'll go with the speedy one, and that'll be fine. We can build light jet fighters. Sure. I'll go for speed and reliability first, and then speed. So the Russians have lost a destroyer, a battleship, a destroyer, and the Germans have lost a couple of destroyers. The Imperiatia Maria. Why is that familiar? I feel like we've looked at that before. Sunk ships, Imperiatia Maria. It's a 1926 design. That's why. Yeah, we were looking at that previously. All right, ships under construction. We still got some stuff going on here. So let's go ahead and assign this to the first carrier division. And we need to do air groups. So we'll just copy and we will paste. There we go. How's the Zui Kaku looking? So the Zui Kaku, holds a respectable number of aircraft. That's fine. The Zui Kaku is almost like our version of a light carrier where it carries it holds 50 aircraft. They think we need more destroyers. I agree. It's just not in the budget right now. So this is a privately built fighter craft. Our new one is right here. It just came out. So the new one is already faster. It has less range. It has more firepower, more maneuverability, and same toughness. Now, the difference between the range is quite a big deal, but 246 nautical miles, that seems like it's more than enough for these battles that we have. So you know what? I know that we're losing range. I understand that. But I think the airframe improvements are worth it. And it also carries a bigger, heavy bomb load. And the extra speed is worth it. It's like 30 some knots faster. It's 38 knots faster. So yes, we will take it. I know it's weird. We just finished our own development of one, but basically that means instead of building the new ones that we develop ourselves and then interrupting it with a new design that they just brought in, we just immediately start building that new design. So let us take a look at our construction queue. Looking pretty good. We got some rebuilds going on. We've got a bunch of destroyers in the process of being built. We'll build another batch of 4 destroyers. And then we look at our submarines. They're between 6 and 8 months away from being built. And we'll be able to get rid of all these. Well, we'll keep these. These are still 97 reliability. That's still pretty good. We'll actually hang on to those. Probably until the next generation of submarines. Do we want to be mean to the United States in order to get some prestige? We're at 48 prestige, and we don't need to raise tension with the USA. We already use the USA as our, like, kind of our scapegoats when it comes to like the tension events where it's like, oh, the world's troubles are all because of so and so. We can always just dump that onto the US because it has the lower tension. We can now do night operations off of our carriers. Hang on. We'll worry about putting those into divisions when this this batch here gets finished because it's going to be kind of mixed up. Okay, this is the new generation of Russian light cruisers. How do they match up? They're kind of similar to ours, actually. Ours are 7,300 tons. Theirs are 87. So we have 12 6-inch guns. So do they. They carry 8 of mines. We carry 70. And that's, theirs are 1 knot faster than ours. Somehow we're always 1 knot slower than everybody else. Okay. Technology sharing with Great Britain has been a great benefit in fire control. We get surface radar 2. Now missile technology is a thing. So the Russians have lost a light cruiser. Germany lost a couple destroyers. I would really like to unlock the optical whatever fire control. Oh, no, we don't have that yet. I saw improved optics. There it is, electro optical director. We can throw those on our battleships here. Electro bolt. Okay. So once this current wave of rebuilds are done, we'll start immediately upgrading the bungos at least with the new fire directors. Autoloaders for 6-inch guns. Pretty good. Now these are probably going to be expensive refits because these are brand new, essentially, battleships. So let's go ahead and rebuild them. What if we replace machinery? We gain like 250 tons. We go up to, no, we can't. Okay. So let's do the director. Is there anything else we can do? Can we raise the radar limit? We can. So we can't go above 3, but we can raise it to 3 at least. We're looking at 12 months, 2,500 each. What else can we do? We can put autoloaders on our tertiaries. We should give them 300 rounds of ammo in that case. And we can't add any more ammo for the main guns because they're 17-inch guns, and apparently a few rounds are really heavy. So we'll go up to 350 rounds for these autoloaders. And this leaves us another 100 tons for future upgrades. And the price didn't go up that much, about 150 or so. All right, anything else we can do? Nope. Let's go ahead and start upgrading the bungos. That's just a fun word to say. Bungo. And it leaves us with some leftover money. We could do the tangos with the, what if we replace the machinery? Probably not worth it. So we will just do the directors. Make those autoloaders. We could reduce the number of guns. We want to give these 350 rounds like the other. And this is probably our last main upgrade for these anyway. We could do radar up to 3. One less set of guns. This is probably our last like main upgrade other than replacing machinery on these. So we'll see. Is there anything else we can do? Like, how about some medium AA? Another director. Gives it 41 heavy AA. All right, let's go with that. And we'll upgrade all 3 of these. And that's another year and another 14 months or so worth of rebuilds. Oh, that only takes 3 months. We didn't do a whole lot for the tangos. We didn't replace the machinery. They're saying we need more destroyers. Look, if we had infinite money, this is the reconstructed British light cruiser. It looks like they're just going heavy into AA. So the British have lost, or the Germans have lost another battleship and a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser in exchange for a Russian destroyer. Boy, that is not going well for Germany over there. They are getting mishandled. All right, it's about the 45-minute mark or so. So we're going to go ahead and call this one. We may need to upgrade the Zuikaku next time around. It's becoming obsolete, so I have to replace the machinery on that ship. So hopefully I can remember to do that. And then we'll see what the future holds for us. We may start on a couple of new carriers as well, maybe a Kagi class, or just like a whole new class that takes advantage of the technologies that we've unlocked, and we'll make it about the same weight, uh, anyway, about the same displacement. I do like this 25,000-ish ton size for carriers with about 80 aircraft. We might be able to get up to about 90 if we got to like 26,000 or something, but we'll see. We don't want to build them too big because we do want to have multiple. We'd rather have three with like 80 aircraft than two with 90 or something like that. Anyhow, I appreciate you all for being here. I'll see you next time and sail safely out there.